3 essential questions you need to ask for better PI settlements. This will help you prevent getting bullied by PI attorneys at settlement time. Now, these 3 questions you already know the answer to, so you have an advantage. And I'm going to also talk about how you can use your state's bar rules to help you get your bill paid. When the attorney goes, hey, I see that your bill here is $6,000. Would you mind taking $2,000 on this case? We'll get you a check by the end of the week and we can all go home and be happy, and patient's happy, you're happy. Well, I mean, that's 66% cut of your bill, right? You're working for 33 cents on the dollar. How do you handle that? Do you just say yes, or like how do you get that attorney to increase that settlement offer? Okay, so let's talk about the 3 questions you can ask for better PI settlements. So let's say that attorney goes, hey, Dr. Slater, I see that your bill is $6,000. Will you take $2,000 on the case? So here's the first question you can ask. Well, just out of curiosity, Mr. Attorney, did you use a third of my bill and notes to get this settlement, or did you use the full bill, 100% of my bill to get this settlement? Okay, you already know the answer to that. They used your full bill. They didn't use a third of it. So that's the first question you can ask. Did you use 100% of my bill to get this settlement? Because quite frankly, without your bills and documentation, there is no settlement offer, right? Now, I understand they may have seen other providers had MRIs and all that stuff, and that's fine. But usually the treatment from chiropractors is longer, and that the referrals that you make, those are what drive the settlement. The value of a personal injury case is directly related to their medical bills. That's how these attorneys get the settlement. So that's the first question. Did you use 100% of my bill to get this settlement? Okay, the second essential question, after you handle that, you ask them, well, Mr. Attorney, did your client authorize you to short pay me by 66% on this bill? Did the client authorize you to short pay me on the bill? Because I have a signed lien with them and they owe 100% of this bill. So you already know the answer to that. They did not get prior authorization to cut your bill from their client, your patient. That just didn't happen. Okay? So that's the second core question. They didn't ask you if they could pay you that. Okay, so that's the second core question. Now here's the third one, and this is the real kicker. Okay, you're gonna ask the attorney to send you the disbursement sheet. And how I would phrase it is, Mr. Attorney, you're asking me to make a business decision. I make business decisions based on data. So in order for me to make an informed decision, I'm gonna need to see the disbursement sheet. I want to know who all the other providers were on this case, and I want to know what their bills are, and I want to know if they're taking a similar reduction. By law, in most states, they are required to send you the disbursement sheet. So if they say, well, that's attorney-client privilege, I can't share that with you. In most states, that is not true, because American Bar Rule 1.15 says if a third party has an interest in the case, you're the third party, your interest is your bill, the lawyer must provide a full accounting upon request. Now that's Bar Rule 1.15, American Bar Rule 1.15, safekeeping of records, right? Now, all of those bar rules are state specific, like the Georgia Bar Rule, the Florida Bar, Texas Bar, Colorado Bar. They're all going to be different. So in order to equip you to handle this, you can use artificial intelligence like ChatGPT and say something like, hey, ChatGPT, I'm interested in American Bar Rule 1.15, the safekeeping of records. Please tell me the similar bar rule in the state of Wisconsin that has similar language to American Bar Rule 1.15, the safekeeping of records. And it'll tell you what that language is. It'll tell you, it's 5-4 parentheses D. So you go to the Wisconsin Bar Association website, look up that bar rule so that now you're equipped to say, hey, Mr. Wisconsin attorney, according to Wisconsin bar rules, bar rule 5-4, parentheses D, you have to provide that to me upon request because I'm a third party with an interest in the case. Failure to do so, I wouldn't say this, failure to do so can get them disbarred. You can file a bar complaint. You are using their own bar rules against them. So again, what I will tell you is look up American Bar Rule 1.15, find the similar bar rule in your state, and use that in your negotiations. Now, this is all about a relationship. If this attorney isn't being forthcoming with you, you really don't have a relationship with this attorney, because an attorney that you have a relationship is going to want to treat you fairly, be transparent with you. If they're not, this is not an attorney that you want to engage with anymore because they don't care about you. They don't care about your bill. You don't mean a whole lot to them. Now, what I would not say is, well, if you don't show it to me, I'm going to file a bar complaint. You don't want to threaten anybody because a attorney that has a lot of time on their hands can say that that's a threat and cause you some pain. But what you can say is, well, I'm going to have to escalate this to my in-house counsel and take further action. Say something like that. Attorneys do not want bar complaints. So when you ask for the disbursement sheet and they say it's attorney-client privilege, you say, well, not according to state bar rule, because in Georgia, it is actually Georgia Bar Rule 1.15, parentheses D. It specifically says they have to provide a full accounting upon request. And I've filed bar complaints against attorneys or told them I was going to escalate this, saying in not no uncertain terms that they're going to get a bar complaint. I got a check for the full payment on that Friday. Okay, so those are the three core questions and the three elemental questions you need to ask at settlement time. Number one, did you use 100% of my bill to get this settlement or just a third of it? Number two, did the client, your client, my patient, authorize you to short pay me? And number three, please share the disbursement sheet with you. Okay, now, if they share the disbursement sheet and you see they've got $100,000 worth of bills through multiple providers and they're only getting a $50,000 settlement, well, there's not much you can do there. But at least you know, because it's transparent. The attorney is sharing it with you. You can't get water from a rock. You may have to take one on the chin, but at least you have a relationship with that attorney because he did share the disbursement sheet with you, and maybe you can say, hey, is this case not worth taking to trial? Now, there could be a couple of reasons for that. Number one, the guy may never go to trial. He just wants to settle everything. There's a lot of law firms out there that are just settlement mills. Or maybe it's a bad witness. There could be other reasons that an attorney doesn't want to take the case to trial, but it's also worth a discussion. If you're in my YouTube channel, go ahead and like and subscribe to this video. We produce a long-form video every week in terms of personal injury to help providers become stronger marketers in the space, scale their PI business up through impressions, leads, conversions. It's just a numbers game. There are thousands of attorneys in your state, and the reason you're not getting more referrals is because you're probably relying on 5, 10, maybe 20 of the same attorneys you've been dealing with for years. You need more meetings. You need more attorneys to know about you. You need to tell them that you have services and modalities that can get you policy limits, Mr. Attorney. So if you have a client that lives or works within a reasonable distance of my office, we'd love to be a referral partner for you to take care of those patients. Okay, so like and subscribe if you're in my YouTube channel. Have a great day.